Welcome back, everybody. This is the D to the L to the N, the DL in sports, and this is the cash line. You know what I'm saying? Want to thank y'all for tuning back in. Starting this out, we're going right back to the NFL, y'all. We're on the Buffalo Bills today. Like I say, we're going to do a team every couple of days and get ready for that NFL. And when they jump off, we're going to be on it. Them NBA contracts is crazy, man. Them boys is getting paid hundreds of $1 millions for mid-range players. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. But can't knock nobody for getting paid. So we start with the Buffalo Bills, y'all. Number 2016, went 7-9 last year. Got rid of Rex Ryan and Rob Ryan, so the Ryans are gone. We're gonna see how that pan out. The new coach is Sean McDermott, coming in to replace Rex Ryan. Them Ryan boys, they some defensive masterminds, but they just couldn't get it done. Now, for the Buffalo Bills, y'all, we're gonna find out what this fantasy is, what the fantasy value is for this Buffalo Bills team. Now, and with the rookies they brought in, at pick one, they brought in that Trey White, cornerback out of LSU. He the real deal with the number 27 pick. He gonna be replacing that Gilmore. They lost Gilmore, their best cornerback. He's gone. So they replaced him with Trey White, like I say, out of LSU. And in round two, with the fifth pick, they took that Zay Jones. He's a wide receiver out of ECU. He's going to be their number 2 receiver now. And they slim at the receiver, y'all. They slim at the receiver. Besides Sammy Watkins, they got a bunch of young people there. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see how that pan out. With the number 3 pick, they took a Deion Dawkins, a guard out of Temple, try to solidify that offensive line, give Tyrod Taylor a better offensive line, a little more time back there, because he was running around like a chicken with his head cut off last year. But it's gonna be a rough road for these Buffalo Bills, man. It's gonna be a rough road for them. Now in that division, last year you had the Jets, who went 5-11, who was worse in the division. You got the Patriots, who was 14-2, and it's the Patriots division. You know what I mean? It ain't even the AFC East. It's like the Patriots East. They've been winning it ever since Brady got there, and that's all I know. Dolphins went 10-6. Pretty good team. They're getting better, but they can't just get over that hump. When you got to play the Patriots twice, and that's a problem. You know what I mean? And Buffalo was 7-9. Now at the quarterback position, they got that Tyrod Taylor. He's coming back. They got that T.J. Yates, but it's pretty much going to be Tyrod's team. I like him. You know what I mean? He's a good quarterback. Rex Ryan was never known for his what you want to call it, offensive prowess. You know what I'm saying? He was never known as an offensive coach, and I think that kind of held Tyrod back a little bit. But I think he'll be better this year. Now, this is where that fantasy value is. There's a lot of fantasy value, y'all, in Tyrod Taylor, too. You know what I mean? Because especially when you get them dual threat quarterbacks, one that can run and throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? And so that way you getting rushing points and passing points. So if you got a choice and in the right matchup, you them dual threat quarterbacks will get you some good fantasy value. Please believe that. Them Cam Newtons and people like that, somebody who can throw for 200-300 yards and run for 100. That's when you banging them. You know what I mean? That's when you banging them at the fantasy points at the quarterback position. Now at running back, they got the LaShawn McCoy. He's the real deal. You know what I mean? He's the real deal. I think we all know that by now. He's a fantasy. He was one of the best fantasy running backs last year. You know what I'm saying? And with Rex Ryan gone and more of an offensive-minded coach, LaShawn McCoy can go off. Now, Sammy Watkins at the receiver, he's the key to the receiving. But the whole problem with Sammy Watkins this whole time has just been his health. If he can stay healthy, he's a monster. You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep tuning that. But I will be using some of that Tyrod Taylor, that LaShawn McCoy, that Sammy Watkins stack type of thing. And then you got that Charles Clay at tight end, who's a solidified tight end. He ain't got the big name like Gronk and people like that. But he can handle his business if you get him in the right matchup. Now the defense, this is going to be a wait and see, because with Rex Ryan and Rob Ryan going, I think that defense takes a step back. You know what I mean? You had two of the best defensive minds in football. Now Rob Ryan didn't really show that through his career, but just the Ryan name coming from their dad, Buddy Ryan, all the way down to them. One thing they got to know, if they don't know nothing else, is defense. So I think they're going to take a step back there. Really not too many free agent add-ons. They brought in that Philly Brown receiver from the Cardinals and people like that, but nobody really worth mentioning. Like I say, they lost to Ryans and Gilmore, that cornerback, their number one cornerback, Gilmore. He's gone, so that's gonna hurt that defense also. So my shot caller, my slate changer, y'all, for the Buffalo Bills is gonna be LaShawn McCoy. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, he was one of the best running backs last year in the NFL. I didn't really play him as much as I should. I did play him, but I should have played him a little more. And he's the real deal, and he will get you fantasy value. Now, the butt squeaker for the Buffalo Bills is going to be Sammy Watkins, y'all. Now, Sammy's the real deal. He is the real deal if he can stay on the field. So it's just a matter if he can stay on the field or not. But Sammy Watkins is the real deal. Now, the maggot of the day or the maggot of the year, as of now, for the Buffalo Bills, is going to be that defense. I think that defense takes a step back, man. When you lose two masterminds at the defensive coaching position, it has to hurt you somehow. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure how. I'm not quite sure when. But I know it's going to hurt them. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it for the Buffalo Bills, y'all. They're a bad team. They're probably going to be bad this year, too. But if that coach come in and put in the right system with that Tyrod Taylor and that LaShawn McCoy and that Sammy Watkins, they got the weapons. They got the weapons to do something. You know what I mean? Now, on that MLB, you know, we got All-Star break coming up. So that's going to take a break. We're going to have to take a break, a little break there. But today, jumping back into that two-game slate, going to do something in the main too, but in that two-game slate, I'm just messing with, keeping it simple with Williams, the pitcher for Pittsburgh, Pavetta, the pitcher for Philly, and matching them with the same bats. You know what I mean? Because it ain't but 4 teams, and that's where I'm going with the early. Now, like I told you, I always stack other teams, you know, on the cheap for quarters or dollars or whatever. I always stack the other teams, but the majority of my money will be on the Pittsburgh pitcher and the Pittsburgh bats with the Philly pitcher and the Philly bats. You know what I mean? But I'm still going to have some little stuff on the other one just in case it goes exactly opposite of how I feel it's going to go. And that happens a lot in fantasy. A lot of times in fantasy, y'all, you can research something to the end of the world and research it. And you put your money on it and the exact opposite happens of what you research. That's why I always try to come through the back door and cover myself and put something else on that stack that I didn't think may not happen. You know what I mean? Now that 705, the main slate, that main slate today, I think it's 13, 14 games. I believe it's 13 games, starting at 705. I'm going with them Cleveland bats because they got a good matchup against a pitcher that can really get hit. And I'm going right back to Colorado. I'm going right back to Colorado, just like I told y'all, man. That's the best hitter park in baseball. I've been playing them through this whole series. They ain't did nothing. It's let me down. And like people say, you ain't got to play that Colorado stuff. So a lot of times that stuff is overrated. You know what I'm saying? And I've been learning it myself because I'm playing it every day. But I'm going to keep playing it. I'm going to keep playing it till it blow. Like I said, I'm going to keep playing it till not even just one team. I'm Colorado and the other side of it. You know what I mean? I'm going to play both of them because if it's the best hitter spark in the MLB, eventually it's going to go crazy and I ain't going to miss it. I done put too much money into it to wait for that game to go 14-10 or something and I not be a part of it. So I'm going right back to Colorado, like I said, with them Cleveland bats. Now, make sure y'all sign up. You know, I'm on Twitter at Dan _DLN Sports, on YouTube, the Cash Line. You know what I mean? And on Facebook, just join the Facebook group and just Facebook friend request me, Dan Nicholson. Throw you in that private chat and you'll see what it is. It's going real slow right now, but when that football thing goes, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy, and y'all gonna see it day one. So like I said, man, real short show right here. Just wanted to touch base with y'all, let y'all know what the fantasy value is for these Buffalo Bills and things like that. And you know what I mean? The cash line is going good. Daily getting new members every day and new Twitter followers and people hitting me up every single day, man. Every single day on Twitter and things like that, asking me questions or how to join and things like that. And it's really going good, man. It's really going good. So y'all have a good day. Man, like I say, y'all know who to play them Cleveland bats in that main slate and that Colorado. I'm going right back to them, man. I'm going right back to them. I'm gonna keep going there until that whole ballpark explode. It's coming. It's gonna be one of them 14-10 games, 12-8 games where you walk away with all the money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to EP. Shot me a little line last night. Had a little small win, you know what I'm saying? But we counting all that, man. We counting all that. We adding all that up, and we gonna post the big wins too. You know what I mean? We ain't just gonna post the small ones. And when that NFL start and them big ones come, week 1, week 2, it ain't gonna take long. Please believe it. And I'm gonna post it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody have a good day, and y'all know what it is. Cash Line, baby.